Now at 6, layoffs may be on the horizon in Lake Oswego schools as the district faces a budget shortfall of $12 million. What the district believe is to blame here.
Also this morning, PGE prices on the rise again. We're going to explain how big of a rate hike PGE is proposing coming up.
And we're live at PDX this morning. The holiday rush is underway. I just checked in with TSA. They said, oh yes, it's busy. So we'll have some reminders before you head out the door. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday before Christmas and Hanukkah. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. So we have a weekend forecast on tap, courtesy of this guy right there, Mr. Rod Hill, and his beautiful holiday sweater.
Feeling jolly this morning. All right, happy Friday. It is still really mild outside. We have 0 travel weather-related issues expected across Oregon or Washington today. There will be some light showers again at the coast. You can see all the clouds spreading inland, and there may be some traces here in the valley. Earlier this morning, we had some fog in Corvallis and Eugene. That's no longer being reported. Crystal clear visibility looking at our beautiful state capital down in Salem, where it's 46 degrees. Similar great visibility looking at the cityscape from our Rose City camera in Portland. It is cloudy up top, but dry. 49 is the number. We have east winds that are still gusting between 30 and 40 out in close proximity to the gorge, but away from that area. The rest of us are just light wind reports. All right, 54 at noon. We'll get up to about 56. Chris?
Thank you for that, Rod. All right, let's get you out the door. And a quick check of the freeway system. We are in, well, pretty good shape. The I-5 down near Wilsonville, the headlights there. That's the northbound commute coming right into your living room. That looks good for now. Let's get you out to the Newburgh area right now. Getting word of some downed trees right now on 99W southbound, about 2 miles north of the Newburgh area. ODOT reporting the highway is still open, but they're working to get that repaired. Also, know about this. Along the Oregon coast, the section of Oregon 131 will be closed starting at 10 a.m. today through probably January 6th. So that ODOT can make repairs to that. There is a local detour set up to get you to Cape Mears or Oceanside. Neatarch, you can still use 131, but just know that if that is part of your weekend or holiday travel over the coming 2 weeks or so. Guys?
Speaking of holiday travel, Ashley Grams is live at Portland Airport this morning.
Hey there, Ashley. We saw some long lines an hour ago. How do things look right now?
This line is for TSA pre-check only.
The lines are just growing. You can see that people are actually making their way outside of the lanes here, and it's going to continue in the area of TSA pre-check as well. But let's talk numbers for a second, because the Port of Portland expects a busy week ahead. The Port of Portland says they're estimating more than 900,000 travelers will pass through PDX between Thursday, December 19th, that was yesterday, and Sunday, January 5th. That would be a 12% increase compared to 2023. As for the busiest travel days at PDX, those are expected to be after Christmas and after Hanukkah begins on December 27th, 30th, and 31st. I do want to remind you that the airport is still under construction, so while the main terminal is open and operational, you'll still see temporary walls and some work going on. Of course, for those of you heading to the airport today, I know China, Michaela, some of other folks at KGW are as well. To ensure your trip is smooth, don't forget to arrive early, 2 hours early for domestic flights and 2.5 hours early for international. You can also check parking before you arrive at PDX. You can do that on their website, flypdx.com, to see how many spots are available. And you can also take TriMet here as well. So if you don't want to drive and try to find a parking spot and keep your car here during your travels, you can do that as well. But so far, security lines just starting to pick up here as we head into this busy Christmas and Hanukkah week at PDX. China, Drew?
TSA is on it. You can hear her. On it.
I think the economy parking beats the Uber ride every time. You don't agree with this, though?
I'm Ubering for the last time.
I'm trying to convince Ashley, I'm trying to convince China to park in economy parking. That is your best financial decision.
We'll work the numbers here in just a second.
You think so?
I
Cheaper
do.
than the Uber?
I do. We'll have more from Ashley Grams coming up a little bit later this hour.
All right, thank you, Ashley. In our other stories today, Portland police arrested a man accused of stealing a $900,000 Ferrari.
That's going to go noticed.
Yeah. So officers responded to Northwest 10th and Lovejoy around 2 yesterday afternoon after the owner reported it stolen. The owner had tracked the car to an area just a few blocks away on Northwest 16th and Kearney. Officers found the car and eventually one of the suspects. He's booked in the Multnomah County Jail on 2 charges and a warrant. Listen to this, though. The warrant, or not the warrant, the Ferrari. Let's talk about the Ferrari for a second. It is back with the owner and it is undamaged. What?
So he's a good driver.
Good driver.
Just shouldn't be driving that car. All right, another local school district dealing with another budget shortfall.
District officials in Lake Oswego say $12 million budget shortfall heading into next school year will likely mean cuts to both programs and staff.
So they say the shortfall was caused by several factors, including payroll costs rising faster than state funding can actually keep up with. We talked to a parent with a student at Oak Elementary.
We've loved everything about the school. It'll still be a great school, you know, no matter what ultimately happens, but losing teachers or losing staff who are helping with stuff is scary.
The Lake Oswego School District says it will start letting employees know in March if their positions will be cut.
Meanwhile, negotiators for the Tigard-Tualatin School District and the union representing its teachers have reached a new tentative contract. According to the district, the 2-year contract would provide a 4% cost of living adjustment each year. So it also provides yearly increases to health benefits and sets the number of work days for both years. The agreement would run through June 2026. Union members will vote on whether to ratify the new contract January 9th.
Leaders in the Portland Public School District are expected to implement a district-wide cell phone policy soon. So right now, each school has its own policy. One of the questions being tackled is whether phones should be off and away all day for all students. In a first reading, school board members voted 4-3 in favor of that idea. A final decision, though, is not expected until sometime next month. Meanwhile, Reed College announced a new program that offers free tuition for new Oregon and Washington students. They're calling this the Reed Promise Program. It will help families earning under $100,000 a year. In addition to the Reed Promise, the college says it will also continue other aid programs to meet 100% of financial need for all students, covering all 4 years.
All right, switching gears to talk about holiday lights. Photographer Chad Dehart is in the Starkwood neighborhood this morning. That is in southeast Portland. Look at this. Look at this. I wonder how long it takes them to do that. Apparently, this is a 65-year tradition that continues. There are lights on every night from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. You have so many things happening here, and it's just very festive, very pretty. Anyways, if you want to see it, the lights are on every night from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. now through January.
That's so funny.
You're supposed to put your sweatshirt on while I was speaking.
I can tell you right now that this thing doesn't fit. The sweater that was picked out for me by Goodwill. You explain what we're doing, please. I'll try to put it on.
So
the neckline is plenty big.
Today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, and our good friends at Goodwill, they picked out these ugly sweaters, of course.
It's a tight fit.
I can outdo you.
I can't even bend my arms all the way down to my side. They just pop back out. It's so tight. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We have a photo that we should show you.
Enough of these two. Let's see this one. Tommy, look at this guy. He's like, yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, I'm rocking it. I got my Christmas sweater. It's ugly, and I like it.
I don't think that's very ugly.
It's a good-looking Christmas sweater. Cool cat, Thomas Schultz with the cool sweater. Rod busting out the old man look.
Yeah, I'm
the deep V-neck and the button down.
I'm so short you really can't see the bottom of the sweater because of our banners.
Jump.
But see, if I jump, I don't know. Can you see? There's like snowmen on the bottom of the sweater. I can't jump high enough to show
What I can see is the tag on your left shoulder. How much is that?
It's a Goodwill purchase. It's got to be.
I have
under
to look.
$10,
I can't.
right?
I can't. I'll look. I'll look and I'll let you know next time I see you. All right. All right. Are we ready?
You can't tell how.
How much is Drew's?
$7.99. You can look like this.
I want to say mine was $9. Probably a $2 upcharge because I wore it. Right.
Mine's $13, which means I'm more expensive. That's fine.
Okay, here's your Quina Bay. Radar's been showing some light rain at the coast, but the live camera says, nope, nothing reaching the ground, 52 degrees. You folks at the beach had some light showers around at times yesterday. I would expect that again today. While there may be a trace of rain inland, we were out and about up in Vancouver yesterday afternoon. We did find a couple raindrops, but otherwise mainly dry for your Friday like yesterday. Good visibility, looking at our beautiful Christmas tree. Speaking of the holidays, 49 degrees. This crazy mild weather pattern continues. Winds are blowing Toronto into Gresham 30 to 40 miles per hour, but to get away from that immediate east wind area, and the rest of us have calm winds this morning. It is 47 degrees and light in Salem. Nobody's reporting any fog right now. I just want to remind you the weekend looks wet. Here's tomorrow morning, a wave of rain coming in. Here is Sunday morning, another wave of rain coming in. So pretty wet both days for the entirety of your weekend. So enjoy today's mainly dry weather with the really mild numbers. Just shows 60 down North Bend. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, low to mid 50s up and down I-5. 51 in Bend, 40s in the Gorge, about 40 degrees or better out east. Here's the 7-day. Basically not as mild in the coming days as we have been, but overall still well above normal into Christmas Day. No lows below 40. I have a bit of a break Monday daytime, scattered showers and sun Tuesday, and then a rainy Christmas Day is expected. Morning numbers around 40, daytime highs around 47. And now you can see my snowman on my sweater. See, I like it.
Yeah, look at them.